Hello guys. So in the previous lecture, we saw some theory around IAM. And now in this lecture, we are going to see how we can create an IAM user and sign in. Okay. So I am already logged in into my AWS account. You can see Latvedalo. This is my root account. So if you want to recognize whether you are using a root account or an IAM account, then it is very simple. In the root account, you will only be having account ID and not the IAM user ID. Okay. So this is my root account. So that's why it is only showing account ID, no IAM ID. Okay. So let's create IAM user. So let's proceed. So to create IAM user, let's search and you will get this IAM services. Then click on it. So you have this dashboard of IAM. Here you can see you have various options through which you can do different things. We will see them one by one, but in this lecture, we are focusing on how to create a IAM user. Okay, so if you log in for the first time and open this, you will see a security recommendation that add MFA for root user. Okay, so it is basically saying that enable multi-factor authentication. So that I will not go into it, but I will say if you are using it, then it is better to recommend MFA because it enhances your security. So that's it. So let's move forward. Don't get overwhelmed by this dashboard. We will see one by one everything. Okay. So let's to create the user, let's click on this user button here in this dashboard. Okay. So here you can see that you have an option to create an user delete since we don't have any user, so it is disabled. And refresh and other things. You can come and just spend some time and explore by your own. So for now, I will just focus on creating a user. So let's click on this create a user. So since I'm creating this for myself, so I will name it as Alok. So I want just saying, do you want access to provide management console? Yes, I want it. So specify, no, we are not going by this. I want to create, we are creating an IAM user. Auto generate password. So this option is basically when in your organization you are creating IAM user for different resources. Okay, in that case you use an auto generated password and you enable user must create a new password at sign in. So whenever they will do first sign in, they will prompt it to change their password. That's where their account is secure and only they know their password. Okay. So for now, since I'm creating it myself, so I will put a custom password. So let me enter a custom password. And I don't want to create at next sign in the new password. So I will disable this and check it. Now we can proceed to next section. Add user to group. So here it is asking to provide permission to this particular IAM user. So there are three options basically. Add user to group. We can add a user to a group which is having required permission which we want to give to the user, then copy permission, then attach policies directly. So here the recommended way and we will go for is we will assign a group to the user. Okay. So since we don't have any group, so we will create a group. So since this IAM user has admin level access, so we will name this group as admin and we will provide it administrative access. Okay, so it is having full access. So click on create user, admin users. Okay, so just check it, user groups, and just click on next. And this is tag optional, so you can provide a tag. This tag option is available for all the resources for better management of your resources. So for this case, suppose the role is I want to give cloud engineer. AWS Cloud Engineer. So this particular resource is, in this case, is me myself as AWS Cloud Engineer, and whatever permission is required for this cloud engineer will be given to it, no less, no more. Okay, following least access principle. Okay, now we can create the user. Okay, so user got is successfully created. So this is the console sign in URL. This is the username, password, which you can email in instruction, or you can download the CSV file. So for now, I will go to return to user list, and I will continue because I know all the steps. Okay, so now we have got this user created. And meanwhile, I want to show you that if you see here in the region section, you are not able to select any region. Instead, it is by default set as global. Why is it so? Because the IAM service is a global service. Once you created an IAM user in AWS, it is globally available. It is not region specific. It is globally it is available all across the region. Okay, that's why it is showing as global. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so let's click on it and let's see the details. So this is ARN console. It is telling that we don't have MFA, etc., etc. This is the details. So permission policies. So it is telling policy name is this, and this policy has been given access via this group which we have created, admin group. Okay, so these are the things. So let's check the group is admin, which has attached policy administrative access. Tags which we given is role cloud engineer. Security credential we need not worry right now. Okay, so this is our, okay, fine. So this was about our user. Okay, now let's return back to dashboard. So since we have created an IAM user successfully, so now we will see how can we log in to our IAM user. So for that, just come to this IAM dashboard and scroll down, and you will find details regarding your AWS account. So your account ID is this, and you can create an alias also, then your account ID and this URL would be much simpler, which you will see in a few minutes. But let's try to log in via your IAM. Okay, so let's open a new incognito window so that both of our accounts can be logged in. Okay, so just copy this URL. Either you can just copy this URL and come here and paste it here. Just wait for 2 seconds so that it loads. Okay, okay. So you can see since you have uh, entered this web page using this URL, so your account ID is already pre-filled. Now you need to only give IAM user, which is this, and your password, which is I'm going to give, and then sign in. Oh, I think I provided a wrong password with another password. So eh, now we are logged in. So this is how you log into your IAM user. So now you see if you click here, you can see Alok, IAM user is Alok, and account ID is this. So you can easily recognize that this is not an root account because you have an IAM user section. Okay, and you are an IAM user in which account? This account, whose account ID is this. Okay, so this was it, auto login. And from here you can do the same steps which you can do through your root user. The only thing is you can do only those things in this organization for which you have been given permission. Since this user has administrative level permission, so it can almost do all the tasks except the few which user a root account user can do. Okay, so this was a way to copy this URL and paste it and sign in. I will show you how you can directly log in. So you can just simply search AWS sign in. So click on the first URL and you will be presented with this web page. Just click on sign into the console. Let it load. I think my net is somewhat slow. I will fix it. So see, either you can sign in as a IAM user or you can sign in as a, see, you can sign in as a root user or you can sign in as a IAM user. So for IAM user, you need to provide account ID. So for account ID, you will need to give the account ID, which we can copy from here and paste it here. IAM user was Alok and password is sign in. Okay, so see, you can sign in like this. So just the same which we had earlier. Okay, let's sign out. Now we will, instead of this this number, we can create an account alias, which is easy for us to remember. Okay, so let's create an alias. So let's see if it is available. Hello, create alias. Oh, hello, two. Let's see if this is available. Yeah, this is available. So now you can see your you have an account